Okay. Say what you just said again.
That blue box can't stay on the road allowance.
Okay.
It's got to be moved off the road allowance on
Okay.
the property unless it's being put out for recycle.
It's recycle day, right? There's recycle in there, right?
Is there recycle in there?
Is that recycle?
I don't know.
Well, what's it look like to you?
Do they pick that up?
Newspapers?
Do they pick that up?
They never pick it up.
They never pick it up.
They never pick it up. And it'll stay there until they pick it up.
Well.
It's not my fault these guys crushed it, man. So, you know.
Well, I think you can get a new blue box.
I've already tried. They refuse to give me one. Yeah. I've been trying for 2 years now, ever since they freaking smashed it.
Sorry, who smashed it?
Same people that keeps calling you about it. It's harassment. It's all harassment. You guys harass me about my house and everything. So, this is part of the harassment.
It's not harassment.
It is when he's calling you every day about it. It's called harassment.
Well, this is the first call I've had about
Go down to your city guy down there and ask around the city how many times have they had to call to this address or about this address. I bet you got over 200. And it's not just this blue box. It's everything. Some brush in the yard, you know, freaking my roof, which they put holes in, you know. Not my fault. I didn't put the holes in my darn roof, yet they call about it.
Well, what I'm going to tell you is after recycling that blue box is still here, we're going to have to remove it.
And then I'll have you charged with theft.
Well,
If you take that box, I will consider it theft, and I will have you charged accordingly. So, yeah. That's my prerogative. You take it, and I'll call the cops. It'll be on camera. All right. You have a nice day. You're welcome. Now, this was 19408. Hey. What's your names, anyway? What's your name?
Scott Whiten.
And your name?
Chris Coyle.
Chris Coyle. Okay, I've never spoken to you guys before. There's another guy at the city that I talk to all the time that he's getting a lot of calls about our housing. So if you talk to like the property maintenance guy or whatever it was, he's the one that told me there's nothing you guys can do about it.
We got calls for the blue box in Public Works and road.
Yeah, well he said the guy down at the city hall said there's nothing you can do about it, so if you take it, I'm having you charged with that. He already told me last year there's nothing you can do. So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, when it's on the road allowance,
it was sitting there last year too, all last year, and you guys didn't say a word. And he asked me about it at the end of last year, and I told him. He said, "Well, there's nothing we can do about it. So you know, it's your box." So now you're down here harassing me about it, right? It's not a hazard. It's not in the road. What becomes a hazard is when they're parked there all day and all night, you can't see to get in and out of the driveway. What becomes a hazard is when they're parked backwards on the street. That's a hazard. What becomes a hazard is when you got 200 cars in less than a week running this stop sign. That's a hazard. You know? This is not a hazard. This is just a blue box, and you're being harassing over it because this guy's telling you to come down here and harass me for it. You know? Why don't you start taking down his name every time he calls me and put it in a book so I can take it to the police for evidence? I mean...
From our perspective, not knowing the history, from our perspective, anything on the road allowance, we get it. Whether it's basketball, napkin, knives,
Yeah, well, it ain't moving, and if you touch it, I'm having you charged with theft, so... I was already told by the guy from Property Standards Maintenance it could stay right there and there's not a problem. Nobody can say or do anything about it. So I'm going exactly by what he said. Call him and talk to him. And if it gets taken, I'm going to have you charged.